Okay, here we are, afternoon walk. So just while we were walking, we came back. I think it was just past noon. So we were walking for basically 2 hours. Apparently, just before noon in Vrhnika, which is Slovenian town, which has been settled since Roman times, at least Roman times, continuously. There was industrial accident, and basically I didn't know that there is a company producing fireworks, and there was a fire and explosion in their warehouse, and currently at least one person was killed and a couple of are hurt, couple or several. So yeah, I'm not really, in the know regarding fireworks production here in Slovenia. As you know, I'm not. I used to be a consumer, now I'm not. But yeah, I am aware that in the past we had in Kamnik, so in the north of Slovenia, it's a town, we had a powder factory, so black powder factory, which was pretty renowned. But yeah, it has been closed down for decades now. But yeah, and there is another dog across the road. Liza spotted it immediately. Yeah. So last year when I was in Austria in May, there was actually the largest industrial accident in the history of Slovenia happened in May in Kočevje, which is, if you know any history, German name is Goce, and it was basically in the Middle Ages, not really, in the past settled by the Germans, and they lived there until Second World War. During the war, they were relocated first to German-occupied Slovenian territory, and of course after the war, majority of them moved to Austria, Germany, and also to other countries like Canada, United States, and so forth. Well, in Kočevje, there was a chemical factory basically in the middle of the town, and there was fire and also resulting explosion. Basically, when there are chemicals, there usually is an explosion somewhere near, and there were 7 killed in that explosion. So yeah, and basically the result of that explosion was that because the company was basically in the middle of the town, you know, basically the town spread also around that area. The company owners and the town or their city, I think they are town, well, municipality leadership made an agreement of finding a better location for the company, which will be, you know, basically outside of the town, so basically a little bit further away from the residential areas. But in the accident, I think, if I remember correctly, only the workers and people that were there at the, you know, their employees, and I think drivers and some people that work there on the factory buildings died. So yeah, well, actually the mayor of the Kuchevia then and now is Vladimir Prebilic, and he is historian. He has PhD in history, and he was and still is employed at the Defense Research Center, where I was also employed. So yeah, so, you know, he's, let's say, as a defense studies expert, you know, he's well versed regarding, you know, how to respond in a crisis. Изигрива și mal hodat. There is a pile. I have to mark the pile. I have inspected the pile. The pile passed the test, the requirements to be called a pile. So yeah, it's a problem, you know, when there are pretty Lizigriva, no? There are industrial objects in the towns, in the cities, or, you know, not, let's say, physically located away from built up areas, because if there is anything that can happen, it will also affect, you know, population, because in, let's say, in Kuchevia area, they had, you know, they mobilized also military, you know, for cleaning purposes, you know, sanitation, because in that case, you know, there was, let's say, contamination of larger area. While here in Vrhnika currently they didn't say anything about contamination. So yeah, that's it for now.